Huddy was like, yeah, I put down the money for Thomas and we started this business. Now there's this Daisy girl that I feel horrible for because she put $18,000 into this thing.
And we've never heard of her.
I had never heard of her until this blew up. What is up, guys? Back at it again with another Currently Untitled Podcast. I love how back at it again is my intro to literally everything. Yeah. Back at it again with another vlog. Back at it again with another gaming video. I'm just always back at it again.
Yep.
When, truthfully, I never stopped being back at it.
No, it was really funny hearing you say that, like, 20 times in a row that one day you recorded all of the
my
gaming videos.
Yeah, because every 10 minutes I was saying, what's up, guys? Back at it again with another video.
Yeah, you just never stopped.
Yeah, I was on fire that day. I recorded 16 videos in 2.5 hours.
Me too. I slept the whole time.
Oh, yeah. Just making sure that the mic's on. So yeah, we are back at it again with, maybe I say that because did you ever see the Vine where the guy was like, what's up, Daniel? Back at it again with the white vans.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's why I say it. I am so tired. What am I on? Like 4 hours sleep?
Probably.
Oh man. I don't know what it is about the quarantine time, but I'm really struggling to sleep.
It's probably because schedules are so thrown off that it just doesn't feel like a routine enough to get the sleeping right.
Right. Well, it's not even like we're going to bed super late either. We've been going to bed at like 11:30 or midnight, and I'm just falling asleep at 3. Yeah. And then waking up throughout the night.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, last night I went to sleep to Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off. Well, you went to sleep to it. I watched the whole thing.
I don't think I even watched a full scene of it, to be honest.
Man,
I was out.
I fucking love that movie. I think part of my sleeping issue is Disney Plus. Because I love everything on there so much.
Yeah, that's why we have to be careful about what we put on, because otherwise you just stay up and watch it.
That's why I'm hesitant to put on, like, the classics to go to bed, like Tarzan or like, Beauty and the Beast or something, because those are, like, really good movies. I wouldn't say Beauty and the Beast is.
I was gonna say, Beauty and the Beast would probably put me to sleep.
Yeah. I think, too, because it's dramatic, I don't want to go to sleep to something dramatic, but that's why I put on DComs, because Disney Channel original movies have no real conflict. Yeah. No real stress. Like, the worst thing in Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off is that his brothers call him Edwina for being a chef.
Wasn't that also a thing in Life with Derek?
Edwina, yeah, because his brother Edwin.
Yeah.
That was just not for any reason. He was just bullying his little brother.
Yeah, that name sounded familiar.
Yeah, that guy, I saw on TikTok recently, Edwin is like a radio host or something now, or he goes to Fanshawe, or went to Fanshawe for something to do with radio, but someone on TikTok had posted something about him, which it's weird to think that he will forever be, to our generation, Edwin, regardless of what he does with his life. Yeah. It's like Ashley Leggett will always be Casey, and Michael Cedar will always be Derek. No one even knows that his name's... Well, no, I know his name's Michael Cedar, but, like, he was so well known as Derek.
Yeah, well, I mean, even watching Ready or Not, I was like, oh, the dad from Life with Derek's in this. I don't refer to him as anything else.
Michael Cedar was in a show called 18 to Life that I remember when I first got Netflix. It was on Netflix. It was a Canadian show about two best friends who get married at 18. And I think it was a spur of the moment thing. I don't even think that they were in love when they did it. But it was a really good show, actually. I'm disappointed that it didn't last longer than it did. But it starred him and one of the girls from older seasons of Degrassi.
Oh, okay.
It was a very Canadian show.
I don't think I've ever even heard of it.
It was really good. I remember seeing ads when it was coming out, but I never saw it on TV.
Oh, okay.
But that's just it with Canadian TV and movies. It's not good.
Yeah.
Life with Derek was good, though. That was Canadian. That wasn't Disney.
Yeah. Depending on your definition, yeah.
For a kid's show, I'd say it was good.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's, like, a riveting drama. It did have some weird, like, relationship-y vibes between Casey and Derek, though.
Yeah, the sexual tension was very uncomfortable.
Yeah. It was very clear that they wanted to boink.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember, wasn't it the first episode they were, like, fighting over what room they get? And I think Derek ended up moving into the attic? Or the basement? Something like that. Oh, no, the parents moved into the basement.
Yeah.
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 But I feel like there was a comment in that episode about, like, oh, you could just stay in my room. Unless I'm just imagining that.
It's been so long, I could not verify that in any way.
Yeah.
But,
maybe that show wouldn't be on Disney Plus because it's Family Channel.
Yeah.
It's weird that Family Channel only got, like, anyone in the States, like any of my American friends that might listen to this would not know what Family Channel is. But it's weird that Family Channel exclusively had Disney and then their own content.
Yeah.
It didn't have anything else. No Nickelodeon or anything. It was just that. And then YTV was, like, exclusively Nickelodeon
yeah.
or Canadian content, like Chorus Entertainment or something else.
Right.
Like, I remember that polar bear for Chorus Entertainment being on everything. Did you ever watch Mona the Vampire?
Yes!
I loved that show.
That show.
Oh, man. I think it was based on a children's book, too.
Oh, really?
And I vaguely remember reading the children's book and being like, this is nothing like Mona. That show, I used to quote it all the time because there was an episode where her friend's mom was starching his underwear. And he would walk really boxy. And at, like, 7 years old, I was walking around the house boxy. And my family was like, what are you doing? My mom starches my underwear.
Oh, so you do have stiff hips?
Jessie the other day saw me dancing and told me I had stiff hips. And ever since then, I've been having to prove that I don't.
You don't have to. You just seem to want to.
Well, because you hurt my feelings.
I was just talking about the particular move that you were doing.
Well, I was trying to throw my ass in a circle, and she said it was a square. Oh, man. Well, I know one reason why I haven't been getting a super great sleep, and this is one story, but I'm sure that there's others that I don't remember, is someone likes to throw hands in their sleep.
That was one time.
Jessie is abusive, and someone call help.
Please follow that up with the story.
There was one night we were sleeping, and we were facing each other, and Jessie's hand was sitting like horizontal on the bed, and she twitched in her sleep and punched me in the stomach. I'm glad I was awake when it happened, because otherwise I would have questioned why the fuck you punched
I
me.
don't remember it.
Oh man, I forgot.
I twitch a lot in my sleep.
You do.
But I have nerve problems. Don't
True.
blame me.
You do have a lot of twitches in your sleep, though. Yeah, I shook you a couple times last night because you kept twitching, but it seemed like it was because you were uncomfortable.
Mm.
Last night I wasn't even uncomfortable. It was like my body was so tired, but my brain would not shut off.
Did I do anything embarrassing in my sleep last night?
No.
Since you were watching me the whole night?
I wasn't watching you. No, you didn't do anything embarrassing. I did something embarrassing a couple nights ago when I woke up and yelled, Mom!
I forgot about that.
I woke up from a nightmare and yelled, Mom! And I can honestly say I've never done that in adulthood or even teenage years. But I woke up, I was like, Mom? Mom? And I was like, Jessie, are you awake? Jessie.
I'm confused,
Jessie.
though, because I heard Mom and then nothing after that. I must have actually gone right back to sleep.
Right, because I was like, Jessie, are you awake? babe.
And
I love
then
you.
And then you thought you were in the clear.
Yeah.
And I didn't hear it.
Yeah. I was like, I love you. Oh, she would totally tell me she loves me back. Oh, man. Yeah, that was embarrassing. I totally had hoped that you forgot that. But you didn't.
I did not. That's hard to forget.
So will the bruise on my stomach. Oh, man. You know what I really love about having Disney Plus?
What?
Is the fact that, like, it never moves from the frame of the next movie that they're suggesting.
Yeah.
So we've had Raven Simone just staring at me in the eyes.
Yeah, she looks very intense.
Yeah, promoting Cheetah Girls 2. We've got all 4 Cheetah Girls, but Raven Simone is just staring me down. Like, all of them look so friendly, except for her. She looks like, boy, I'm gonna eat your soul. And then there's Doe, the white one, who's like, I can't even think of anything clever. I was gonna try and say something clever. I'm on too little sleep to think of anything clever.
I mean, it also doesn't help when no one else can see the photo.
True. Well, they all know who the Cheetah Girls are, and if they don't,
But
Google
you can
them.
tell how old the movie is based on Chanel's hair because she did that, like, mousse scrunchy thing right out of the shower.
Yeah, that 2003, like, random clumped together hair curls.
Yeah, the only thing that I can give her credit for there, though, is she didn't do the straightened bangs with it. At least she just put it back.
That hairstyle always looked wet.
Exactly, because you did it when it was damp.
Yeah.
And then it just stayed like that. Who wanted that?
Yeah.
Why?
Do you remember back in the day when hair gels always looked wet, too?
Yeah.
They always looked shiny.
Yep.
That's why when I would wear hair gel, I would usually use clay, because I never wanted it to look
Like hair
shiny.
gel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Do you remember when we were kids, there was the flip for the guy's hair where we'd have it super short, and then we would just flip just the front.
Yeah. It would stand straight up.
Yeah.
Yep.
That lasted a long time.
Yep.
I want to say from, like, kindergarten to maybe grade 6, kids were still doing that.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Mind you, the cropped fade in guys' hair now has lasted a long time.
Yeah, that's true.
Excuse me. I've always gone against the grain.
Have you?
Yeah?
Yeah, even when you had your Justin Bieber hair?
Yeah, I did it when it wasn't cool anymore.
Oh, good.
Yeah, the thing was, when I did that, I was going to a new program and meeting new people. I was like, oh, I'll reinvent myself. And I reinvented myself into a Zac Efron lookalike that had a double chin and was douchey as fuck. Oh, man.
You were like, I'll reinvent myself as, the style that is not popular anymore.
Right. I looked like a Monster Energy fanboy. I'd wear a Budweiser hat. I had a Budweiser belt. I had never had Budweiser before.
Oh my god.
I had shutter shades. Like, you know, the Kanye West ones?
No.
Yeah. I would wear those unironically.
I had friends that wore those in grade 8.
What I loved about them, though, was it wasn't the shutters all the way down. It was halfway, and the rest was a real sunglass.
Yeah.
Or the whole thing was a real sunglass lens.
It still seems unnecessary.
Yeah, 100%. Like, it was dumb. And I wore them unironically. I thought they were so cool. I got them in Niagara Falls. I remember I showed up. I came home, and I get out of the car. My parents are with me, and my brother goes, "What are you wearing?" And I was like, "Shutter shades." Take those off. No. Take those off. And then I remember I got my...
Wait, so you're saying you got them on a family trip to Niagara Falls?
Yeah. You know what's even better is my parents took just me. But I remember when I got my first pair of skinny jeans, they weren't even... Like, they were tapered. They weren't like the women's skinny jeans. Like, there was a point where guys were wearing women's skinny jeans.
Right.
They were just tapered and called skinny jeans. But I remember when I got them, I came upstairs wearing them. I loved them because they were so comfortable too. And they weren't like denim.
Right.
They looked like denim.
Were they jeggings?
No, they weren't jeggings. They were cotton. So it was...
They were jeggings.
No, they were just looser than jeans. And my brother goes, "You're wearing those." I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "So you're one of them now." I'm like, "One of what?" He goes, "A loser."
Yo, Sam did the exact same things to me.
Oh, yeah?
Growing up, like, in grade 7, I went through this phase where I was just, like, really, really insecure.
Mm.
And so I wore giant black baggy sweaters every day.
Mm-hmm.
I probably looked like the psycho kid in the back of the room. But my sister was very, very preppy around that time.
Right. Which I can't picture at all.
And she used to complain to my mom that I was emo.
Yeah, it's funny because you were insecure, you wore baggy clothes. I was insecure and I wore tight clothes. And normally that's the opposite thing for the genders.
Yeah.
Huh. We're breaking gender norms.
Yeah, well, I kind of, like, I was shaped like a potato at that point.
So was I.
Even tight clothes would have looked very odd.
Yeah, I remember my sister saying to me, like, and she handled it very tactfully. She was like, skinny jeans are more for, like, really, really thin guys. And I don't think you'll like the way they look. I was like, "Are you calling me fat?" She was, "No, but your friends might."
Oh my god.
No, she didn't say that. But yeah, the whole skinny jeans thing, I remember they took a while for it to catch on at my elementary school, like grade 7, 8. Remember, it took a while for it to catch on, and the first couple guys that wore them got made fun of, and then everyone was wearing them. And if you weren't, you were a little different. Not skinny though, like tapered, like
right.
Just better fitting than
in
baggy
grade 8,
pants.
my male best friend used to wear colored skinny jeans.
See, that happened at my school too.
Yeah.
But I had a green pair and a purple pair that both I think I bought for Halloween costumes though.
Mm.
I have a red pair in the basket of clothes over there that just, they barely don't fit me right now.
Oh.
So I gotta shed some pounds and I'm totally wearing them again.
Yeah. With your earring and your nipple piercing.
Yes.
And
okay, these aren't bright red though.
your
They're
shaved
burgundy.
Head.
They're burgundy, first of all. Second of all, yes, I will either shave my head or dye my hair if this quarantine goes on any longer.
Okay, but that's not fair. We know it's going on longer.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have an interesting looking boyfriend. I also would want to pierce my nipple.
For no reason.
What do you mean? As if there's ever a reason to pierce something.
There is when it's visible.
Well, lots of girls and guys get their nipples pierced.
Yeah, why?
I don't know.
Exactly.
It looks cool.
No, it does not.
No, it doesn't look good on girls, but
You think it looks good on guys?
Yeah,
though?
it looks badass on guys.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I don't think it doesn't look great. I'm desperate to do something at this point.
I just don't see the point of a metal bar through your nipple at any point in life. I don't get it.
I'm sure at one point in time people thought the same thing about earrings.
Probably, but at least you see them every day.
Fair.
Like, it's a fashion thing.
You know what piercings I don't understand is genital piercings.
No, those are terrifying.
Yeah. I would not want that at all.
No.
Can girls get genital piercings?
Unfortunately, yes.
Oh, that's disturbing. That's really disturbing.
But I feel like nipple is just one step up from that. Because it's still something that you, like, especially you, it's not like you walk around without a shirt.
Well, what about your belly button ring?
I got that so that I would look better in bikinis, and it didn't work because I was a chunky teenager. Oh,
man. I can't argue with you about it because it really doesn't make sense. At this point, I'm just desperate for something to do.
Let me give you a stick and poke.
Okay, order the ink.
Okay.
What are you gonna tattoo on me, though?
Whatever you want.
Can you do a detailed recreation of Drake's face on my lower back?
That's gonna be a no.
Well, see, then screw the stick and poke. I'm getting my nipple pierced.
Okay, I don't even think you want to know what a stick and poke Drake face would look like.
It would look like if Drake's face was an astrological sign.
It would probably terrify you.
What are they called? What are the star alignments called?
Like a constellation?
Constellation. It would look like if Drake was a constellation.
But worse.
No, but better.
No, I think it would look worse.
I think it would look great.
I'm telling you that my skills do not allow for shading.
Right. Your skills.
So, who is going to stick and poke that for you?
I'll stick and poke it on myself.
On your lower back?
Yes.
Right.
Yes, I could reach around. Do it blind.
You should give me a stick and poke and make my scar look like a zipper.
Can I fix your owl?
Oh no, that's gotta go.
Oh, okay.
Like, we gotta get rid of that.
Oh. Well, it could be worse.
It could be worse, but it could be better.
Valid.
It could not be there, which would be great.
How old were you when you got that one?
18.
Jeez. And a friend did that, right?
Yes.
He didn't do a very good job.
Every time that we went to, like, touch it up, to add more ink, it would just swell up so badly that it would start bleeding and it would push all the ink out.
Oh, jeez.
And so we could never get it, like, a solid line, which if I decide to cover it, that's a good thing, because it'll make it easier. It's not as dark. However, I don't really want a tattoo on my hip, like the back of my hip. It just looks weird. I don't know why I chose that.
And if we ever did decide to have kids, that one wouldn't survive. The one on your...
Why?
I don't know.
On my stomach.
Yeah,
I'd be more worried about the one on my side.
I think that one would be fine. I really do.
Then there's no way the back of my hip would be an issue.
That's fair.
Unless I just get really fat during the pregnancy.
Valid. Yo, if you get pregnant, I'm definitely putting on pregnancy weight with you. It's just an excuse for me to get fatter.
Okay, I eat so weirdly now. Imagine what my cravings would be like.
Oh, God. Oh, no. You already eat so often. Oh, man. It'll be a whole other ballgame. I hope you crave shit like veal.
Ew. Why?
Oh, man. Because then I'd get to eat it more often.
You can go eat it now. I'm not stopping you.
I know. Then I've got to figure something else out for you to eat.
I can take care of myself.
Can you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you'll have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
Probably.
Well, I remember my sister in her last pregnancy was craving, I want to say salami or something. She'll listen to this and then correct me. But there was a red meat, I believe, she was craving. And she never caved, or maybe she did in moderation. Yeah. But for her, she's gone so long without it, it would probably really hurt her stomach.
Maybe she was low on iron, and that's why the craving was there. If you don't eat red meat and you don't take iron supplements, I don't know if she does, but I would assume.
I don't think she does. She is pretty good though with getting her like nutrients. Right. But I remember it was a distinct craving of hers in her first pregnancy. The thought of cheese made her nauseous. So I would just constantly talk about cheese.
Wow. So maybe let's not do this.
I'd be supportive of you.
By trying to make me throw up?
Yeah, well, I was going to make a really sick joke, but not sick as in about the baby, about like the weight gain. I was going to make a bulimia joke, but bulimia is not something it's not something to joke about. So I'm sorry if that was triggering to any listener. I really have a fucked up sense of humor.
Yeah, that's why we get along.
Yeah, yours is pretty bad too. You've never made me uncomfortable with jokes though. I do have one friend that has. and you know who I'm
You've
talking about.
You've told me off for jokes before, though.
Have I?
You'll laugh and then be like, oh my god.
Yeah, sometimes you do take it a little too far. Yeah.
I remember one specific one that I'm not gonna say right now. But we can discuss that later. Actually, maybe I don't want to bring it up, because if you forgot, then it makes me look better.
Well, yeah, I think it makes me feel like a better person when I hear you make a fucked up joke.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
That's the intention, for sure.
That's exactly what I need.
Yeah.
Is someone to make me feel like a better person. I'm really narcissistic, eh? Oh, man. I mean, I have to be putting this much of myself on the internet. I have to be a little bit narcissistic.
Yeah, but, like, I feel like everyone's got a bit of that going on nowadays.
Yo, my TikToks are starting to do better, eh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like, I get at least 500 view per day.
Yeah.
Which, before, like, I know that's not impressive to most people, but before I'd get, like, 100, 150, 200, the random one that gets 20,000, that gains me no followers out of
That
it.
was so weird.
It was so dumb.
I feel like people probably sent it around because of what it was about.
Right. Yeah, by the way, I lost the game to any millennials listening. Yeah, that one was weird that it blew up, but I garnered no followers out of it, which was weird.
Yeah.
I get more followers from the ones that do like 100 to 150.
Yeah.
I had a random kid ask me to shout him out the other day. I was like, dude, at the time I had like 99 followers. It's like, dude, I have 99 followers. What do you want me to shout you out for? He goes, well, you've got more followers than I do. So I'd peep his account. He had 6.
Yeah.
But I was like, dude, your account's private. What is shouting you out gonna do?
Yeah, that's dumb.
Why would... Even if I wanted to help you get more followers, I don't know what your content is.
Yeah, that could be risky.
Right?
Yeah.
His account was like... Actually, I'm not going to shout him out, but it was like... It was a minor hockey team. Like, I'm the biggest fan of whatever team. I'm like, nobody even knows who that is outside of people in Ontario. Oh, man. TikTok's an interesting place.
Mm-hmm.
Because you get, like, the crazy high numbers, like the Charlie D'Amelios, and then nothing else can touch that.
Yeah.
She's like 40 or 50 million followers now.
That's insane.
It's wild.
Yeah.
No wonder she's like the face of TikTok.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's crazy. I've heard a lot of drama about the Hype House that she's a part of.
Right.
When you were in the shower today, I was like watching random YouTube videos and I came across one about the Hype House, and like it's very much so not a healthy environment. Like, that's evident.
I can't say that surprises me, considering the ages involved.
Right. Which I remember when
and the type of people.
Yes. I remember when Jake Paul did Team 10, it obviously wasn't the healthiest, but I think that there was still like a unanimous thing where they were all still building each other up career-wise. Everyone who left Team 10 that I can think of all ended off better than they were when they started.
Right.
Their careers were huge. The Dobre brothers that I showed you, when Jake Paul found them, they were big, but nowhere near as big as they are now. The Martinez twins, they literally started at next to nothing. They weren't even American citizens, and Jake Paul took them, helped them get visas, and really blew them up. I don't even know if they had social media accounts when he found them, but he just found them and blew them up. But with the Hype House, I feel like it's just a bunch of teenagers making TikToks in this luxury place. And remember I told you I saw that thing where Lil Huddy was like, yeah, I put down the money for Thomas and we started this business. Now there's this Daisy girl that I feel horrible for because she put $18,000 into this thing.
And we've never heard of her.
I had never heard of her until this blew up.
Yeah.
And little did I know she's a co-founder.
Yeah.
And she's been friends with that Thomas guy for years.
Yeah. Very strange.
from what I've listened to about her, she's very much so about positivity and doing the right thing and being there for her friends and all of the things that a person of influence should have.
Yeah.
Which is why I don't think she fits in with that Thomas guy. Because everything I've seen of him, he's the guy that, remember we saw the Hype House crew on like talk shows and Addison Rae's teaching the talk show host how to dance. He's the guy off in the corner looking bored as shit.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he should be in charge. If anything, I think they need to get Charlie D'Amelio's parents to just manage that business because her dad's like a businessman.
Right.
And clearly he's doing something right if he's managing his daughter this well.
Right.
So, do you remember the TikToks I showed you of him though, where he was like really creepy?
Yeah, I didn't enjoy that.
What was it like?
It was like, I'm Charlie and Dixie D'Amelio's dad. You're welcome, boys.
Oh yeah.
Like what?
I know where he was.
Also, what if your kids are gay? You don't know.
True. Or gay women are still observing them.
True.
So I feel like I know. I'm trying to see where he was coming from with that, but no matter how you spin it, it was creepy.
It's creepy.
That was a faux pas on his part. I do think I watched their interview with Gary Vaynerchuk, and he definitely seems like he's invested in her. Even before the TikTok stuff, they were talking about moving to LA so that she could pursue professional dance and take better courses. I have seen her actual like dance stuff. She's really good.
Oh no, that wasn't
TikTok stuff isn't.
I was just thinking, yeah, it's pretty easy to be invested when you got that much money that you could just, we're just gonna move to California
Right.
so our daughter can dance professionally.
Well, not every parent would be that invested in their kid though, regardless
Right. No,
of how much money
fair.
they have. So I can definitely
Nothing wrong with it.
Mhm.
That's not what I'm trying to
Okay.
say.
You're just making fun of the privilege.
I'm just saying it would be nice if that was evenly distributed.
Yeah. See, that's where you and I are different. I'm definitely like totally on the pursuit of financial success, and I see how hard it is. So I'm like, yeah, good for you. You not saying that you're saying those people didn't earn it. I do know that you just wish everyone had that opportunity. I just think more of, well, I know not everybody has that opportunity, so I just want that opportunity for myself and my friends and family. But yeah, from what I can see, the D'Amelios are managed really well. And I've seen interviews of her. I'm just fascinated by how she blew up.
Yeah.
And she seems to have a good head on her shoulders. If anything, she should be the leader of the Hype House.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that Thomas guy has got a good head on his shoulders. And Lil Huddy.
And she's obviously very, like, charismatic, so.
Yeah, which I didn't think she was at first.
I didn't either, but.
Yeah, she's good. Lil Huddy, not so much.
Why does he have that name? Why does everyone call him that?
His name is Chase Hudson.
Right. Is he a rapper?
No.
Is he a singer?
No.
So why the fuck is he Lil?
I don't know.
That's stupid.
He's Lil because he weighs 108 pounds.
Yeah, that doesn't deserve a name.
I feel like I shouldn't body shame the kid, but I do think...
Yeah, but he is Lil.
I do think that... Because I think they're dating. I think. Or they were. I don't fucking care enough to know. But I do think anyone invested in him will look back and think, what an interesting choice. Because I've yet to see what is appealing to him. I did look him up on TikTok once and wondered why he blew up, and I don't get it. I really don't. And the interview where he was like, oh yeah, I put all the money down for the Hype House. In that same interview, he was like, my sisters used to tell me that, you know, this isn't going anywhere, and like, you're so weird doing all of this, but my parents supported me. I'm like, good for you for pursuing it and doing something that you enjoy, regardless of people telling you not to. But I don't see at the end of the TikTok era, which it's bound to end, just like Vine did, and Instagram, I think, is on its way downhill. At the end of the TikTok era, or at least this generation of creators on there, I don't see him being one of the ones that makes it out.
Right, I agree with that.
I think Charli D'Amelio will, based on the mass following she has. I think it'd be very hard for her to lose it all.
Yeah.
I think Addison Rae stands a chance. Jack Inanen, I can't pronounce his last name. The guy from Toronto that we like.
Right.
I think he's super funny. He definitely could be huge. And what's that guy's name? The one with the abs that said he looks like Hugh Jackman.
I don't remember.
You know
his
who
name.
I'm talking about, though, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me. I think he stands a chance of being someone big long term as well. I just hope that all of these creators take their platform and move it to something else so that they're evenly distributed. Because TikTok, while it's fun, it doesn't have longevity.
Right.
Especially for the ones that blow up unsustainably so. Like, Charli D'Amelio blew up, which is fantastic for her, but that's not sustainable.
Yeah.
And you can see that when it hasn't translated to her Instagram or her YouTube.
Right.
I think, hold on, let me look up what her Instagram's at. Because I don't think it's that big. Like, that's like Selena Gomez level of followers. Charli D'Amelio, 12.8 million. That's still a fuck ton, but to go from 50 million to 12, that's quite the difference. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Seeing how many YouTube subscribers she has. Charli D'Amelio. 2.82. And that's where she would make more money, is YouTube.
Right.
So I hope someone like her kind of translates that platform to something else, whether it's dance tutorials or vlogging or whatever it might be. I just hope to see those creators moving into something else. And Jack, I was looking his YouTube up the other day or last night, and he hasn't posted anything since I think August. And he's very charismatic though. His edits are good.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he could be like the Canadian David Dobrik.
Fair.
I know that's the stake that I want, but I'll share it with Jack.
Yeah.
I'd be willing to.
How kind of you.
Yeah. Yeah, he's my right now, because there's not a lot of Canadian creators that have really blown up. He's my measurable goal. Like, I want to be as big as him right now, and then move to like the Logan Paul, David Dobrik level next. Like, first stop Jack Inanen, or however you say his name. Next stop Logan Paul, and spend $250,000 a month on expenses. Yeah,
That seems unnecessary.
that's the dream. What?
But he helps his friends and oh, you want to do that? Okay, I get
Yeah,
it.
I would
Just not in the same house, right?
No. I have thought about this quite a bit. What I would like to do is buy a property just to film in. And even if I had friends living there, like, it would be the hype house.
Yeah.
But building people up out of that property. Because, I wanted to eventually own a talent management company, right?
Right.
Maybe just do influencers or musicians or something, but build them up in one house to help, to the point of what Team 10 did. But I'm actually grateful that I didn't find this space super young, because I've seen a bit of the business world now to know what the next side of that would be. Like, it's not just about content creation, it's about management as well. So
Right.
that's the goal.
Okay.
Yeah? You prepared for that?
No.
No?
It's like, I have to wrap my head around that.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, that's not where I saw my life going.
Well, you don't have to do it.
Right, but I'd be part of it. No.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if you didn't want to, you won't have to.
Well, I would like to be involved in your life.
Right. I understand that. I'm just saying, like, I don't want you to feel pressured to participate in something you don't want to participate in. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So if that side of things ever got to be too much, I'm saying you don't need to. It'd be nice, but you don't need to. You don't need to make yourself uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to quote TMG there. You know what I'm saying? Zan. It was Super Zan. That's where that line came from. Their song Super Zan.
I'd have to hear it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know it by name.
Well, I think that is it for this podcast. Thank you so much for listening. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for being patient with the fact that there are 0 visuals. But that should be fixed hopefully soon. But thank you so much for listening. Please make sure to like and subscribe on YouTube. Check us out on Instagram, TikTok, all of that good stuff. Twitter, all of that. And rate and review this if you're listening on Spotify or iTunes. I don't really know if you can rate and review on Spotify, but we shall see.
I have no idea.
Me neither. All right. Thank you so much. See you on